Welcome back to Real Talk with Nurse Terrence. Just pulled in the driveway. Something I wanted to talk about, because I just took off my seatbelt, right? One of the things I want to talk about is seatbelts. I don't know all the statistics, but I can tell you my experience. You know what I'm saying? Just hopefully it would resonate with people who will listen, right? I've driven with a lot of different men, women, old, young, even myself, right? When I was younger, I actually I fell asleep behind the wheel, and the front passenger side of the vehicle that I was in got crushed, and I could have died, but praise to the Most High, I was unscathed. And I think, have on my seatbelt at the time. But I've seen, especially working in the ER and just working in healthcare and all that, ER, and as you know, as an emergency nurse, you deal with a lot of trauma. And a lot of the times, the majority of the times, the people who are ejected, the people who come in that are level 1 traumas, who aren't like gunshot wounds or GSWs, who aren't, or whatever, or people who are on motorcycles, people who have like really bad injuries, are the ones who don't practice safety. And I can't fathom, and it's hard for me to be in the car with people when you don't wear your seatbelt, right? Because these things are put in place for your protection. And as someone who's in healthcare, it's like you have to practice what you preach. Not only as a father, but you know what I'm saying? I got children and I got my wife watching me and what I do. But then as a healthcare person, I can't be in the ER as a trauma because I didn't wear my seatbelt. We're traveling 80, some of us speed. We be going 80, 90, 100 miles per hour, 70 on the road. At any moment, if it's your time, it's your time, right? And as far as, perishing and passing, but just like getting in an accident, you don't know. I've seen people get ejected. I've taken care of patients where there's a rollover and there are children that are ejected from the car. I've taken care of adults who regret not buckling their children in properly and putting the seatbelts and installing them in the car correctly. I've taken care of families that they regret not doing these things because the children were ejected out of the windshield. The children were ejected because they were sitting on their laps of other children. You know what I'm saying? This shit's crazy. Real talk. So I've taken care of patients like this where the father is alive, but the children have perished, or they're in critical condition in the ICU. I've worked in the children's ICU, and I've taken care of children who have been in traumatic accidents because of the negligence of the parents and the responsible ones who are supposed to keep safety first. Just remember, bro, or woman, whoever's listening to this, that, you got to practice what you preach, right? And put the proper safety things in. Even texting and driving, that's another issue, right? Where some of us don't have phone holders and put our phone there and just kind of let it be until we get to the next things. I have to practice what I preach, right? But I just wanted to bring this out as someone who works in healthcare and has dealt with trauma, right? Has dealt with negligence, you know what I'm saying? And this can go for many things. It's not just seatbelts. It's drinking and driving under the influence of a substance, right? You're inebriated, right? And you're not able to be aware of your surroundings. Or I've seen shit. I've seen trauma. I've seen death, right? I've done chest compressions. I've seen people's heads cracked open. It's just more of a reality for me because I've seen these things. But as someone who's in the field, it's good to let you know, I've seen it. It ain't pretty. You don't want to see it. I will never forget the smell of blood. I will never forget crying families. I will never forget seeing sick children. You know what I'm saying? Safety, bro. Safety, especially in the summer season. This is trauma season right now. I don't know if a lot of people don't know that it's trauma season. So this is the season where people drownings, car accidents, firework injuries, degloving accidents, people cutting, this and that with chainsaws in the summer, and handsaws or miter saw, whatever. People falling off ladders and roofs. It's like, bro, come on, we got to put safety first. Because all it takes is one moment for your life to be gone. I'm gonna just keep it there because that's kind of heavy. So, man, put that seatbelt on, put the phone up, you know what I'm saying? Buckle the children in and be safe in everything you do. You know what I'm saying? That's just coming from Real Talk with Nurse Terrence. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Look forward to the next video.